If you've ever sat at your desk staring at your email marketing platform and thinking, what the heck do I put in my emails and what do I write? This video is for you. Today, I am going to take you through my voice print process of turning long form content such as voice notes, meeting notes, podcast transcript, even long newsletters that you may have written, or even WhatsApp messages that you've sent to your clients, your customers, in your network, or from coaching calls you've done, and turn that into high converting emails. I'm Evelina from Evelina Kreative, and I'm going to help you with writing better quality emails faster that connect with your customers on a really human level that sound exactly like you, using a bit of help with our good friend ChatGPT. So let's jump in. This is going to be a really tactical training where I'm going to share my screen with you and show you exactly what I do for my own emails and for my clients to help get that really great email in place and sent to drive up open rates, to drive up click rates, and to get your viewers, your audience clicking and liking your content and just expecting and really excited to hear from you. We're all aware that we live in such a content society. Content is everywhere. Everybody talks about content. Every single marketer is constantly telling us post more, create more content, but we all still have just 24 hours in a day. And it's not realistic on top of everything else that you need to do in your creative business, be spending 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes hours on content a day. You've got emails to write, you've got social posts to do, you've got blogs to pump out, got website updates. I get it. There's so much to do and there's never a real cutoff. You can just keep going with content and always creating more. There's reels now, videos, everything. As a business owner and busy mom of a toddler, I don't have 4 or 5 hours a day to create content, but yet it's still a really vital, important part of my business and my marketing strategy. So I've developed a way of utilizing my real actual voice for myself and for my clients to create emails that really convert and sound like them and take less time as well. And this process that I'm going to take you through is not just for emails. This works for any type of content. It's just about having that initial piece of content to work with, and then, as I like to call it, upcycling it into numerous different forms of shorter pieces. So let's jump in. The other good thing with the voice print method is that more does not equal better. We want to do good and better and more and smarter. So this is about being really smart with your content. One key thing in any type of marketing, any type of content you put out is your brand voice, which I see a lot of business owners really struggle with when you're moving between different types of content. So what I see a lot of is you're looking at a website and it's written in one voice. It looks like it's targeting one person. Then you jump onto the Instagram and it speaks a completely different message. Then you're getting emails, which again sound different. So there's a real disconnect between the brand voice. What we want to do with our content is make it all sound the same. It does need to be tweaked depending on the context, as would be yourself when you are going out and speaking. We're going for a coffee with a friend, you're going to speak in a slightly different tone than you would at work at an important presentation or when you're meeting your in-laws for the first time. But it's still you, it still carries your values, your personality and beliefs. A website will sound a little bit different to a social media post, which might be a bit more casual, to an email, which might be a little bit more interactive. Keeping that core essence of who you are is so important. And what I've noticed with this prevalence of AI and ChatGPT is that it's skewing brand voice a lot, but there is a really fantastic way of utilizing your own natural language, what the things you do and speak anyways in your work, and blending it with what ChatGPT or any other AI tool can help you with. So the first step is to first work out what type of content you want to be sharing. If you are planning on creating, say, 2 weeks of content ahead of time, think think about and write down exactly what that needs to be, because once you've got that foundation in place and the process I show you next in step 2, you'll see exactly how it will fit in really nicely and really smoothly and easily. So for example, if you are sending one email a week to your list and we're planning to make 2 weeks of content, then you need 2 emails. If you post on your socials 3 times a week, including 2 static posts and 1 reel, then you need 3 social media posts split between a static post and a script. And if you post 1 blog post on your website or on your LinkedIn newsletter once every 2 weeks, then you need 1 long form piece of content as well. Then whatever that is for you, you can actually pause this video and make a note of it, write it down, or have a think about it in your head. And then step 2 to actually get this going of the voice print method. What I'm going to share with you is my screen where I've got my prompts ready, I've got my ChatGPT ready, and I've got my transcription tool ready where I've transcribed a podcast that I was on a little while ago. Okay, I am just inside my Otter.ai profile, and this is a really great transcription tool that you can use to record any content that you've already done. So I was on a podcast as a guest talking about email marketing, and once the podcast went out, I just transcribed the entire episode. I left it on while I was cooking something in the kitchen, and the podcast was playing on my computer and my phone was recording it at the same time. So the great thing is it gives you a little summary. So what I've done already in advance is pull out the main talking point, the main topics, and say, okay, these are going to be my emails for what we're working on today to create content. Then you've got the summary here, so that's really good if you need ideas for what to talk about. So you're not guessing, you already have your topics there. Then you've got the full transcript, and what I do there is I download it as a text file or a PDF. I don't recommend downloading it as a doc file, because when we go to upload it into ChatGPT, I found that it reads the text files and the PDF files the best. So I'm going to stick with text today. So then jumping into here, this is my custom GPT that I've built of myself. It's trained on all my brand values, my tone of voice, my processes, my business, on previous content, so it knows exactly who I am. I'm not starting a new conversation with a stranger. This is me speaking to the robot version of me. So we've got the transcript there, and then I'm going to jump into this document that I prepared. So I've pulled out the topics that we're going to make emails about. So I've pulled out 3, which are based on the summary from the podcast transcript. So really not guessing, really keeping it simple, not overcomplicating things. I'm going to show you how to do the first one today. So I've laid out my document. For you, if you are planning those 2 weeks of content and you've got more than just emails, structure your page however you like, whatever works for you. So we're going to work on challenges in email marketing, because that was the first key topic in the podcast episode that we talked about. So here is my ChatGPT prompt. I keep my prompts really human, really basic. The good thing is that the GPT, it's already trained on me. It already knows most of these things. I just need to prompt it in the right direction. So it takes the transcript, adapts it in my own words, because the whole point is that it needs to sound like me. I don't want ChatGPT to take information from other people on the internet. I want it to use exactly what I said. Then the content stays true to me. I'm not making anything up. This is words that have literally come out of my mouth. So here is the prompt. I am attaching a transcript of a podcast I was on where I spoke about email marketing. I want you to help me turn the transcript into an email to send to my warm list as a value campaign. That's important to give the GPT direction of like who the audience of this is, because if you're saying, if it's a social media post, this might look different and say, help me turn the transcript into a LinkedIn post to share with my audience or with a cold audience that educates them. So that's different. Using the attached transcript, please extract the copy based on the challenges in email marketing section. So here I've subbed in the actual topic that we're going to talk about. Use my exact words. Do not change any language. It needs to sound exactly like me. Only take out filler words and any improper English grammar. So this part is really important. It's probably the most important thing you will tell the GPT, because it does have a tendency to pull things and substitute words and language. So the whole point of this is to use your natural language, and that's how you're going to make sure that the GPT does. And then, of course, when we're speaking, there's filler words, we can repeat ourselves, maybe pronounce something. So this way it just prompts the GPT to clean it up a little bit. And then just to keep it really precise, I say, here are the main points. And the main points, as you can see in the summary transcript, we've got challenges in email marketing. And then these are the main points that the tool has pulled out for me. I've just adapted them here into what it is. The topic is the challenges in email marketing. So the main points are why so many business owners are overwhelmed or disappointed by their email marketing efforts, often due to poor formatting, lack of engagement, ineffective strategies, the importance of viewing email marketing as part of a larger marketing funnel and identifying bottlenecks in the journey, why no strategic approach to email marketing, including segmenting lists and focusing on relevant content to improve deliverability and engagement, will mean your emails fail, and poor content inside the email, which is all scattered all over the place with an inconsistent sending schedule. So this might sound like a lot of word vomit to you right now, and that's because this is the transcription tool just taking it all and summarizing it like a meeting summary. But once we break it up into an email and we're using normal human language that people can understand on a day-to-day basis, it'll be really clear and quite easy to understand. So the goal of the email, it's good to let the GPT know of this. It's like if you were working with a junior on your team, you always want to let them know, like, what is the point of this? Like, what are you trying to achieve? So the goal of the email is to nurture my list and share valuable information so they can improve their own email marketing. And if they want support, they can get in touch with me. If you are sending more of a promo campaign, then this goal of the email will, of course, look different. You will say, I am promoting my course about XYZ and I want to share this. So to push my audience to click and to buy. We want to give the GPT a structure. So create an email following this flow. The key components that I always make sure in my emails are the subject line, and I give it some prompts, like it needs to be highly emotive, lowercase, because most of the ChatGPT ones are written in uppercase, title case or sentence case. So this really breaks through the inbox noise. That's my little trick that I like to use. No emojis, because there's so many emojis. Very rarely I will add an emoji, and it needs to be triggering to the audience's pain points. Then when we go into the email, it's about the opening hook. I add a little bit of what I want that opening hook to be. I like to make it personal, just so it builds a connection. Then you want to open the loop in your audience's mind so they keep reading. So it could be a bit of a question or elaborating, like setting the scene of what's to come, and make the reader interested to keep reading. Then you share the story, the value, like the meat of the email, which is based on the transcript that we've already shared with the AI of what they're going to be talking about. The lesson in that, like what did I learn, the person sending the email, what did you learn about this experience or this email? Because it's nice to have that reflection and not just be like preaching down everyone's throat. And then the takeaway, what should the reader take away from this email? Did you make a mistake somewhere? And this is a story about how you recovered from like a messy situation. And what advice would you give to your reader so they don't have to go through what you went through? And then, of course, always a call to action. If you want them to go and listen to this podcast, you want them to go check out your course, you link your course, you sign off. And I always like to add a PS. A lot of the time, if someone is a skimmer and they just scroll through and read, the PS is like a very hot property. They're very likely to read the PS section at the end over other copy that's in the email. So we take this prompt, just copy it. And the great thing is once you've got the prompts, you can just quickly adapt them to whatever you need. You paste it into here and you attach your transcript. wait for it to upload, and perfect. So take that over, copy it. Here is email. So wonderful. This is your draft. Of course, reading through it, making sure it makes sense. The AI makes mistakes and hallucinates. I'm reading through it. And the last main step is to give it an edit. So what I like to do, depending on the email, of course, saying hello, and then you can put in the custom field, whatever that is for your email. I like to combine the first line because then it's just smoother to read. Sometimes I don't even start with a hello, like you just need to see how it sounds based on like the actual flow of the email. So I'm going to read through it and make a few changes. So I have gone ahead and done some edits to the email. As you can see, it's quite light. It's very much based on exactly what I said, with very minimal changes. I've marked them in green so it's clear and obvious what they are, and I've obviously taken out some of the typical ChatGPT things, taken out some of those ChatGPT nuances and things that I wouldn't say, but overall I can see this is definitely my language and what I've said. So I am I've just left it there so you can have a look at this editing, and I call it accessorizing your language because it's giving it that tweak and that final touch, adding some formatting. So once I accept all these changes, I'll give it one final tweak. Probably took me 3 minutes to do that. Perfect. You can see it's very true to the prompt that I gave it. Now what I like to do is always go back and edit the subject line, but I go through and I bold really important things that I want to stand out visually. Sometimes I add in little like sound effects just to give it that personality and little touch. And I would add bold if there is something that I want to accentuate, like really emotive words, for example, overwhelmed. That can be in uppercase. Disappointed is a good one to put in uppercase. Another thing that we can do is like highlight with a color just to drag the eye to a certain spot. Like bullets usually get a lot of attention, so just dragging the eye to that part is good. And then here is the call to action, the final bit, and you can see the PS at the end. I just usually bold it and I italicize it just for a little bit of visual impact, and add any links that need to go in here. So for example here, that needs the link. Then I go through and fix up the subject line and preview text. I usually do that at the end because then it's like really clear what is that high point in your email, in your story that will get the most attention. And I'm happy with that. So we're calling something out and then we're opening the loop. Why your emails aren't converting and what to do about it. So now you've got a full email completed, and that probably took 5 to 10 minutes maximum if I wasn't doing this demo, because the prompts are ready. I knew what to do. I had the transcript ready to go. So you can see how just in even an hour, it's possible to get so much, like at least a week of content, really high quality content. Doesn't sound like ChatGPT, that sounds exactly like you completed. And then if you are making graphic posts, this is for your social media, whether you're doing it yourself or you have an assistant or a team member that supports you, you can already send all that information to them to make it and get it scheduled. So that is exactly my voice print method of using my natural voice and language to create really human sounding, smart email copy and other forms of copy for any point of marketing touch point where you can just keep upcycling your content. And if you don't have some of these like long form notes and things, that is fine. What I would encourage you to do, and the reason I use voice notes is because typically when we speak and we're in a conversation, it's a lot more natural. It's reflective of how you speak on a day-to-day basis compared to when you're sitting down in front of a blank document and you're freaking out and stressed and don't know what to write or where to start. This is already doing the grunt work for you and taking that stress out of it for you. I do recommend building a custom GPT. It makes your life a lot easier. If you would like some support getting this voice print system set up, I am more than happy to help you do that for you or your business and your team. Just book a call with me in the link down below. And I've also left a resource for you of the top AI transcription and tools that I use for myself in my business to come up and create this type of content, because starting with this long form is really just so much easier. And if you don't have podcast transcripts or meeting notes, I use that a lot too. Just start recording yourself when you're going out for a walk and sharing your thoughts about what you're working on or a situation that happened in your business or in your life. And you'll just see how the content is literally everywhere around you. You don't need to put in extra effort to source it or to seek it out or to block out 3 hours just to think about what to write. It's already there. So work with what you have and upcycle it into some really amazing human sounding content. It's going to save you time. It's going to reduce your stress, and it's going to create better quality content because it's using the words that are coming out of your mouth. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and any links that I mentioned I'm also going to drop in the show notes.